The former owner of a local business accused of attacking a waiter at a restaurant. Gary Sholar, who we've learned recently transferred ownership of Edward Teach Brewing, is charged with assault in the incident. Wilmington police say that Sholar smashed a plate on an employee's head at the Longhorn Steakhouse in Wilmington on July 23rd. Investigators say that Sholar brought his dog to the restaurant and was feeding it from the table. When the employee asked him to stop, police say that he started yelling insults until he was asked to leave. That's when we're told the assault happened. Police say the employee was taken to the hospital with serious injuries. Sholar now faces charges for the alleged assault. And WECT actually just received word that Sholar transferred ownership of the Edward Teach Brewery to a trust controlled by his sister. The law firm representing says this happened before the alleged assault. Now we're continuing to follow this breaking news, and we'll have an update on WECT News at 5.